up, Lucas?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Good, good, good.
Wow. Look at this room. Is this your Colorado house?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Wow,
not
dude.
bad. Not bad.
Lovely.
It's sunny.
Is this the one you lived in throughout the year too, or no?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I just hit like my 1 year of being here, I guess.
Wow, congratulations, dude. Anniversary.
Yes, yes.
All
One
right,
more.
yeah, so this is my boy Lucas
Yeah, man.
Amir. We've been buddies since kindergarten. Spending the night together. I mean, yeah, maybe earlier actually. Um, but very young age, and he's just one of the kindest people I know, dude, really, and
Long
very
time.
level-headed person. And he's coming home next week finally to Vermont, so yeah, excited to have him on, bro.
Let's go.
Yep.
That's
This is
awesome.
my this
Where
is my
were you
buddy
Yeah.
Amir
two?
from
Yeah,
Bait.
happy to be here.
Where were you two now, Lucas?
What was that?
Where are you located currently? Like
Sorry.
right now?
Oh, right now I'm in Denver.
Oh
So I go to
wow.
school at University of Denver, and tomorrow actually I finish up an internship that I've been doing out here for the summer.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Jeez.
That'll be good. And
Denver.
then yeah, back to Vermont for a few weeks, and then back out here for the last year of school.
Wow. And what are you studying? What you studying?
Yeah, I'm studying data analysis, and I have a minor in kinesiology as well.
Movement of the
Wow.
body.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
That
That's
helped you with the
sick.
trivia question, bro.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, bro. No, he's
University
one of them
of
ones in
Denver.
school, dude. Amir, like
Yes.
3.9 whatever. He's
So he's got horsepower. Lucas got horsepower. He's got
he's got
horsepower. He
horsepower.
got HP.
He does.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's brilliant.
He does, bro. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, so Amir and I met playing soccer at Bates. He's quite the soccer player. And then he even rode for a little while as well. He's kind of one of these guys,
Yeah.
you know. He does whatever sport he wants with his raw athleticism, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, he lives in Bermuda, bro. So
Yeah.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
10 p.m.
you
your
there
time,
right
right?
now?
Yeah. This is 10 p.m. my time, but I
What is
just finished up playing some tennis. I played some tennis before this,
All
which
right.
was nice. But yeah, it's 10 p.m. But it's cool, you know.
nice.
Well,
Yeah,
what time is it in Denver? What time is it in Denver?
It's seven.
7.
Seven, so a little earlier in the day.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. What time you get out of work? Like 5?
Yeah, I left a bit earlier today. I had my final presentation for the summer yesterday. So today and tomorrow is just kind of I'm hanging out at the office, just distracting people really. But yeah,
Uh,
usually I'm out around 5 or 5:30.
nice.
So not bad.
Peace.
All right, man. Well, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Quote of the day today is from Socrates, who didn't actually write anything down, so we don't know if this is for sure from him, but
Yeah.
beware the barrenness of a busy life. Um, so the question based off that, the question for the philosophy segment and more a way of living, like philosophies to live by type of question, is do you prefer to have a busy life? Do you feel it's good for you? Do you like when you're busy? Do you think that people in general should aim to be busy? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great question. Honestly, that's a perfect question for me because I am a pretty busy person.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much for as long as I can remember, I've filled my days with, as much as I can reasonably do. Um, and I think I'm a person that, is driven by having a schedule and having things to do. So, it works for me. It might not necessarily work for everybody, but I
Yeah.
think, I mean, I can only speak to what I know and what I've experienced, but yeah, I would say I think being busy to a point is really really valuable. Um, that quote is one I have thought about a decent bit because there are some times where I'm just like doing so much stuff where I feel like at a point I don't have enough time for myself maybe. Because everybody needs a little time to relax and just have
Yeah.
downtime and be with yourself. But
No, totally.
I think if you can find the right balance, like having as much going on as you can reasonably handle is a really valuable thing. And I think it brings a lot of quality and good experiences and good times to life.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
and I really like what you said too about like, I mean, everyone is different, right? So I
Yeah.
think the easy answer to the fact that like should people be this way is like everyone is there. Like there's no I can't objectively say that I know that other people how they should lead their life. I have no idea how other people function. But yeah, I will say, I mean, I like what you said about like experiences and memories, and I feel like you get to make so many more connections when you have a lot going on. But I just I'm big time in the camp of like I try to be more than do. I try to just
Mm.
experience more than like check things off the list. But I think
Yeah.
that I have a natural tendency, like Lucas definitely does, even more so than me, to like naturally want to like do things, naturally want to, we enjoy working out together and we enjoy, you know, uh, signing up for a club or getting a job or doing this and doing that naturally. And so then it's almost like I feel like my brain or my heart, maybe my brain does that naturally, so my heart tells me kind of to slow down and to
Mhm.
just be rather than like check things off the list.
Yeah. I like that point as well. I think there's definitely a balance there where you can like have the same depth of experience by like just being more present while doing one thing than being like half present and doing two things and something
100%.
like that. But yeah, it's definitely obviously there's no right answer, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's definitely something I've tried to think about a bit too, is in whatever I'm doing just trying to be present within that. I think
Totally.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
Totally. And here, Amir, I want you to speak on this because you're the same. We're the same in this way. Like we do things slowly. Like we're slow people. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
we're not the same in that way. We're
No,
not. What are you talking about?
you
We're
are
not.
definitely a slow
We're
person.
not, bro. We're not.
You move slower and talk slower than almost anyone I know, which is a good thing, bro. Except when you're on the pitch, but everywhere else, 100%.
I don't agree with that, Big H.
Wait, which one do you think is not slow?
Look, my camera keeps freezing. I need a new phone, man. My phone acting
Yeah.
silly, man.
Hey, we can hear you though, so you can keep going.
A little frozen on us.
Can you still hear us? Okay, wait. All right, wait.
No way.
We got two of you now.
Phone's acting silly, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What's going on?
All right, there we go.
Thank you. Phone's acting real silly today.
Okay, wait, so you don't think you're a slow moving person?
Now, I'm just pulling your leg a bit, but I would say,
I mean, like
I
you're
don't,
calm, like you're chill in that, you know?
yeah, true. I would say at college, I was more like, like just chill. Like I didn't really rush a lot. I didn't rush a lot of things. But
Yeah,
I think now, as like my days are filling up and like I just got things to do, it's like
interesting.
everything's just going, 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 going.
So
What
yeah,
is I don't know. I just look at it like 6 months hard and then like 2 months or 3 months like just chill. Like I try to live my life kind of like that. Like go hard, then chill. Like take a break, then go hard, then chill. Because I can't just go hard. I don't have that.
yeah, no.
I'm kind of jealous of the people that have that engine. You know, they could
See,
just
I don't think I
go
am
go.
though. Like I like the slow, you know?
Hmm.
I think I enjoy it. And like again, this is all like this is our own perspective on ourselves. Like who knows how
Yeah,
we actually are doing things.
yeah,
But like I really my whole thing is like what's the rush, you know? Like what are we rushing towards?
true.
But what would you say to that? What's an idea? What do you enjoy about the busyness? Compare like yourself at Bates to yourself in Bermuda, for example.
I enjoy the tempo and kind of what Lucas said, like just filling up your days. You know, you can get a lot done, can meet a lot of people. Um, so I like that aspect of it. But then I also like when I'm not doing anything at all, because then I get to think and everything just flows. You know, like I'm not really thinking too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like that aspect. But I just like the change of pace, like the change of tempo. Like I don't want to just be chill all the time, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't want to just be
Yeah.
slow. Like I think it's a time and place when to turn up the notch in them and dial it down a bit.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all about knowing yourself too, like Lucas was saying,
absolutely.
recognizing what type of state you're in and what you
Yeah,
got.
it's an interesting thought about like doing things fast and doing things slow, whether or not you have like a lot going on. Because I know like I tend to do more in a day than the average person, but also a lot of the things that I do, I just like naturally do it pretty slow. Like, most basic examples, like I'm a ridiculously slow eater and like slow
Dude,
walker.
That's
me
good. Me
And
too.
it's like
super
Yeah,
slow there. Yeah.
sometimes I'm
facts.
like, trying to fit in all these things, and then it's like,
Bro, people actually don't realize like how much slow eating can like I swear I'm eating for such a large portion of the day because I have to eat a
yeah,
lot and I'm eating slow. Like it's time consuming.
bro, I'll like sit down with my roommates for like dinner. They eat in like 7 minutes. I'm there for like 30.
I know, yeah. Oh,
It's
30's
ridiculous.
pretty fast, but 30's not bad.
Yeah. At Bates, I was there for like 2 hours.
Yeah, bro, no, we would actually be in the dining hall for well over an hour. Seemed like
Yeah,
a
the
lot of.
DL is a fun place though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, sometimes it is like I'm kind of forced to slow down in those moments.
Yeah,
And sometimes that can like cause a little anxiety because I'm like, I know I kind of want to speed it up here and I want to like get to other things I have to do, or things that I want to do rather. But it is when I can like have the control to like just be in that moment and like take it slow there. It is like very relaxing
totally.
and it's an important part of the day.
How do you guys feel like you deal with, like, for example, I've been studying for this LSAT test and, like, watch my mom campaign too. It's like we have these things where, like, we could always be doing more. And so then, how do you, like, still just kick back and, like, waste time? You know what I mean? Like, and just, like, when you, in the back of your head, sometimes it can be like, oh, I could be doing this. Like, what type of mechanisms you guys use for that?
I think to an extent, I think everybody could pretty much always be doing more. Like there's a very high ceiling for like the absolute most you could do in a day or in, a certain time span. And,
Yep,
I'm a very like, I try to do things as efficiently as I can, um, quality and quantity. And I think for myself, kind of like dealing with that question, I've kind of figured out a strategy where I can figure out like of what I can get done. Is that reasonable given the time that I have? Like I know I know myself, I know if it's like, school or studying, for example, I know generally how much time it's going to take me to complete a task.
Yeah.
Um, but then if it's something like studying, you can always could always study more, but I usually try to set a goal, whether it's, a certain amount of things I want to get done or just like a certain amount of time I want to spend studying. And I think I tend to set more aggressive goals than most people.
Yeah.
But then in my head, like once I've hit that goal, I know that like if I've accomplished that and say I'm going to the library at 2, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do as much as I can here until 8 p.m. My test is tomorrow morning at 10, 8, whatever. I'm gonna do whatever I can until 8. I'm gonna get as much as I can done possible. And then like whenever that time hits, like I just cut myself off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Smart.
think that's been really helpful because then I can be more motivated within the time frame that I am doing, whatever I'm supposed to be doing. And I can be like kind of okay in that space of like, being stressed of trying to hit that goal. I think that motivates me, but whenever that cutoff hits, then I really just flip the switch and try not to think about it. And I just tell myself like, I've set this goal. I think it's a very good goal for myself, and I think it'll get me to where I want to be. And
Yeah.
if I've done that, there's no reason to be thinking about it past that and stressing like after that
Exactly, bro.
time span.
And bro, at the end of the day, we only live once, and we're all, like I said, bro, no need to rush or get everything possible done before starting like live your life. And I think what you said about like planning your day is so important. I
Yeah.
learned about this like they're studying Buddhism, like they're very big on accepting that routines aren't always going to happen the way you want them, but also like routine can be good and like getting in healthy habits is very good. Treating yourself kindly. Um, yeah, man. Hey, well, now for the sports section here. Um, I was thinking, I mean, we have a few things we could talk about. I was I'm most interested in Amir is huge into he works out with a bunch of his buddies and he's been getting in good shape. Do you do aerobic exercise as well with them, Amir?
Do everything.
Yeah. Well, dude, that's exactly what I wanted to hear
Oh,
because Lucas is this big triathlete, bro. He does triathlons.
oh, wow.
I've
Yeah,
done
Jeez.
I've done a triathlon. I wouldn't say I'm a
bro,
big.
you've done multiple triathlons.
I've done one triathlon.
I thought you did two.
Just one
Okay, still.
2 summers ago, but
How
So
was that? That's some serious stuff. Jeez.
it was
yeah,
fun.
what does it look like training for a triathlon? What do you do?
Yeah, it was very different for me than it is for most, I think. Um, because I mean, as you know, Hayden, and I guess I'll give you a little background, Amir. I was a cross country skier throughout high school.
Bro,
So I was
he
in,
almost went to Bates for an amazing cross
I
country
did
skier.
almost go to Bates. Yeah, it's true.
Huh.
Um, but yeah, so I've always been in like pretty good aerobic shape, and then I stopped ski racing the year before I came to school. But even like after that, I still, like biked and ran a bunch just for like fun because I do enjoy it. And I still had that like whole aerobic base under me. Um, so I signed up for the triathlon. I think it was 2 summers ago now. I signed up with my older brother a week in advance. And I didn't really do any prep with like running and biking because I just had been,
Dude, yeah.
once or
Bro,
twice.
this guy, I thought he was gonna
Um,
be like you were gonna, give us some good advice how to train for something or
I mean, I could,
like
I know
naturally.
how to do that, but for this particular event, I didn't quite need to. I did do a couple swim workouts because I'm not a great swimmer.
Yeah.
Like I can stay afloat for a while and I can like tread water, but if you ask me to go distance, I'm pretty slow.
Yeah.
So that was definitely the biggest thing I was trying to like train for. Um, but yeah, there wasn't there wasn't a whole lot of specific prep for me in that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Triathlete. Yeah.
He's a big dog around here, bro.
I
First,
don't think
second
I
thing.
could personally do a triathlon. I think that takes a different type of mindset. Like, you know, you gotta be a dog. You
Yeah,
gotta be a dog.
he's a dog on the bike, bro. He's big time.
Oh man.
It's fun, man. It's
You
fun
know
for
who's a
me at
dog on the
least.
bike too, Amir? Berman.
Ugh.
Berman.
Uh, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. That's West
Whatever.
Coast, women.
Whatever.
Nice,
So
nice.
what's Denver like? Like what is it like living in Denver? What went into that decision? Like that's sick, man. Like that's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's been super cool. I really like it out here. It was it wasn't I didn't have the most stereotypical like path to choosing a school. I was so as I said, I was skiing and I really wanted to ski in college. And so I took a post grad year for that as well. And then within that last year, I just found myself like getting really disappointed in myself because I had really high goals and
Yeah,
really high expectations for myself. And so I just wasn't living up to like what I thought I could do or what I wanted myself to be able to do. And it just got to be pretty hard mentally. And at some point I realized I was spending more of my days just like upset and like kind of disappointed in myself. And I was doing that more than I was like enjoying the experience and enjoying the training and the competing. So I made a decision there to no longer compete for skiing, but because the ski season ends in March, um, I didn't have any time to like apply to any other schools, and I didn't want to take another year off.
yeah,
So then my college options were pretty much all the places that I had applied for to with the original goal to ski race. Um, and then once I decided I wasn't gonna, it kind of came down to just like, all right, these are the options I have. What do I want going forward? And kind of the two schools that I actually liked for reasons besides skiing were UVM and Denver. And I was like 95% sure I would go to UVM. Like I wasn't even giving Denver much thought. And decision day is what, like end of May, something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
So like
Makes
2 weeks before, so it's like mid-May, I was talking to my mom and she's like, you want to at least like go out to Denver and visit, see what it's like. And I had a cousin up here in Boulder. So we came out for a couple days, saw the campus, saw the city a little bit, hung out with my cousin in Boulder a little bit. And I really liked, a lot of things about the city and about the place. There's tons of stuff to do here. There's really cool mountains. Um, and the West in general, or semi-West is pretty cool. And then a few days before the decision date, and this is very unlike me. Usually, like I'm a big planner. I make my decisions well ahead of time. But a few days before, I still hadn't decided, and I was just thinking, like, I've grown up in Vermont my entire life. I've been around UVM quite a bit. All the things that I would do at school in Vermont, I've already done a lot of those things growing up, and I knew a ton of people there. Whereas Denver, I'd come out here to visit, but other than that, I'd never been out here. I didn't know anybody at school here. I didn't, besides my cousin, I didn't know anybody that even like lived in Colorado. And then I just kind of made the decision like, I can choose this thing that I'm used to and is kind of safe and will still be fun,
Yeah.
or I can take this opportunity to, kind of flip a switch and go try something completely new. Um, and then that's really what drove me here. I decided to go for the new experience. And while I think I would have had a ton of fun at UVM, I would have had, a great group of people and a good thing going. I really haven't looked back on that decision at all. I've loved it out here. Coming from Vermont, like small town, there's not as much stuff to do all the time.
Yeah,
So
Amir's
I
been
was
here,
really
bro.
excited to be in a place where there's like so much going on and so many things to do, which, can be overwhelming sometimes because there's like so many options for everything. But, having options isn't a bad thing. Um, and yeah, I've found some really good opportunities out here. I've surrounded myself with some pretty good people. Um, and yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with the decision I made.
I just went for it, bro. Give it a chance.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't even know like all of that, honestly.
yeah.
Thought it was kind of like I want to go ski out there, and I mean that was probably part of it,
I mean, yeah, it was definitely part of it.
but
Skiing
that's
was
awesome.
was pretty cool, but
Bro, that's
yeah, the
actually
biggest factor was really just getting to a new space and try something
yeah,
new.
exactly, bro.
Yeah.
That it's a perfect segue actually into the final segment. Which Amir, can you hear us? Oh, oh, okay.
Guess not.
Yeah. All right, he'll be back in a sec, I guess. Um, yeah, bro, that's awesome. I didn't really know like it was like I didn't even know you were between UVM and DU actually, or at least I'm forgetting that.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple other schools like St. Lawrence I was thinking about a little bit as well. Again, could have been a great time.
Yeah,
But
yeah, bro.
yeah,
DU got to watch a hockey national championship.
sir.
Like all your buddies out there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah,
UVM
it's
really
fun.
is just kind of for us like it's kind of just the safe option,
It is. And it's not necessarily like hometown quite, but
But
it's
you're
it
very
definitely
close.
is, you're closer to home, you're around things that you've been doing. You kind of know what you're getting into more. Um and yeah, I think I was really just like it was more exciting to think about coming out here than it was to stay in
Yeah.
Vermont. Um and yeah, now like Owen's out here too. One of my other cousins moved out to Denver as well. So
All right. Yeah, no, that's right.
pretty
Yeah, is
sweet.
Owen still liking his job?
Yeah, yeah, I think he's gonna get promoted soon because he's been there about 2 years. Um,
Oh, really? To doing what?
I think it's just he's been doing or what he started out doing was a lot of like permit stuff to kind of like get familiar with everything and then see how it all works. And I think he's moving a little off of permits and a little bit more into some like bigger decision making,
Oh, sick.
which I think is great for him. He's got a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
So
You get to see him a lot or no?
yeah, decently often. I didn't see him quite as much towards the end of last school year, but I mean, this summer I've seen him like 4 times.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
'Cause, yeah, our mom came out to visit a couple weeks ago, and then went to Philly for a World Cup game with him and his girlfriend. And then one of our cousins got married in Cape Cod 2 weekends ago now, so saw the whole family out there. That was super fun. But
Um, all right, well, we only have like 7 minutes left, 10 minutes left. So Amir was like, finish the episode and then we'll FaceTime after. But my final thing, which Amir can answer as well on FaceTime, is like both you guys, because Amir's been in he came to the US when he was like 12 to go to an all boys school. And this is his first time he graduated a year before me at Bates. And so this is his first time in like a while that he's like really like at home like that.
Mm.
And so the question is like, how do you maintain your communities so well? Because you've done it, I mean, you've done it very well. Like, how do you maintain your communities in both areas, you know? Especially when they're so like physically far apart and also I mean, I went to Colorado to see Hazel's family and like it's different out there. Like
Yeah.
it's not like quite like California different, but it's like it's definitely a different vibe. And so like how do you
Mhm.
like manage and like adjust culturally and for your community, you know?
Yeah. I guess are you looking more for like how do I manage like relationships in the other place when I'm in this place or like adopt to being
Actually both, yeah.
everyone? Okay, yeah. I guess I'll start with the first. I think it's an interesting question. Um,
Like, bro, I literally only reason I have Snapchat is for our group chat, basically. And to Snapchat Hazel a little bit, like send photos and we like to see what each other are up to. Other than that, it's literally just a group chat.
yeah, I have Snapchat pretty much primarily for group chats.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like some people I don't have their number, so I'll just like text them on there. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, no, it's an interesting question because it's something that I've had a lot of experience with, and I don't think I've done a fantastic job with it. Um, because I've hopped around a little bit, from Brandon to Middlebury to GMVS and then up
Oh,
to
yeah.
Denver. And it's interesting to think about, like where I'm at right now. My closest friends from any of those places are you guys from Brandon for sure. Um, and I think part of that is, we just had like such a like an honest and genuine connection because we've known each other since we were kids.
Yeah.
Uh, and I remember when I was at GMVS, it was towards the end of my gap year. I really hadn't spoken to a lot of you guys in a while, like probably over a year. And then I was at home one weekend and I was just like texting Elijah for some reason. He's like, "Yo, you want to like hang out with us tonight?" I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, why not?" And so I hung out with like Elijah and Austin, and I think Danny might have been there. Evan was there, and we just had this like crazy random night. Like we went to a Castleton party and then like a West Rutland
Oh
bonfire and
my
like
God. No
a
wonder I wasn't there,
McDonald's.
bro. West Rollins.
And
Yeah.
like literally since then, now I've been in like regular contact with all you guys, and it kind of just took
Yeah.
like a little spark to get that relationship going again. Um, but I think, to the point of maintaining those relationships while you're not in that space, um, part of it is just, trying to keep in touch, which I think I'm not the best at. I definitely know some people that do it a bit better than I do. Um, but the other thing that I've gotten kind of good at, and this is more towards the second question of like kind of adapting to those areas when you go back
Yeah.
and forth. Um, and I think this stems a bit from my parents being divorced and like going back and forth between houses so often. It's not like, mom's and dad's house was that different, you know. Um,
Totally.
and it's like, every few days, so it wasn't like that long between. But I think I got really used to like just whatever this environment that I am, or whatever this environment that I'm in, whatever that is, like when I leave, I kind of, just it's like I almost take like a mental picture of like just what it's like then. And then I go to, whether it was like going to from dad to mom's house, and then I get to mom's and I kind of like flip back into the mindset of like, oh, now I'm at my mom's. And it was never really conscious.
Unconscious. Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but it kind of just, happened because I was doing it from such a young age. I mean, they got divorced when I was like 2, so before I even remember. But I think that's one of the biggest, kind of strategies, whether intentional or not, that
You
I've
learned it from
used
a young
is,
age and you didn't even know you were learning it really.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, there's growing up, I've realized like so many things about the way I am are because of that, like whether they're good or bad, like
totally.
it's crazy, but
Well, I'm sure they're all good
yeah,
because I can't name anything bad about you, bro. So,
appreciate that, man.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of just going back and just in my head, I'm like, all right, I'm here. This is it.
Yeah.
Uh, and I was thinking about this earlier today, actually. This is might be a little bit of a tangent, I don't know,
Go for it,
but
bro.
whatever situation you're in, there's like a million different choices, right? And if your option is like a yes or a no, there's going to be a million reasons to say yes, a million reasons to say no. And like there can be validity and weight to each one of those millions of factors. But like at some point, you just gotta like you have so much agency as a person.
Hmm.
And I think I've gotten really good at just making a choice sometimes, Doesn't matter if it's
Yeah. Trusting,
necessarily
bro.
the
Trusting
right
your
or the wrong
agency.
choice. Most of the time there isn't a right and a wrong choice, but just yeah, trusting that like, this is the choice I'm gonna make. This is what I'm gonna do, and then I just go with that. And that kind of mindset of just like this is, and just being in that space of this um, is I think part of that ability to kind of go back and forth from one place to another and not really skip a beat. You know what I'm saying?
Totally. Yeah. Do you feel like I'm trying to think about like my experience, like having buddies at school, and then we have our friends at home who we've been friends for forever. And like, do you feel like you play a different role or you're like a slightly different, like energy wise in each like group?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I
How
think.
are you with your buddies at school compared to?
Well, it's interesting. I was thinking about this a bit this summer, because I've got like 7 or 8 of my like pretty good friends that were out here this summer.
Hmm.
Um, and when we were like, just hanging out, deciding what to do, um, I felt like I was pulling a lot of the strings of like, I think this is what we should do, or I just like had an idea. I was like, hey guys, you want to do this? Um, and when everybody is at school, I am far more in the back.
Yeah.
And I think part of that is just like there's so much more going on. There's so many other options. Usually it's like, all right, I'm here to hang out with my friends, these couple of buddies, whoever it is. I don't really care what we do. These guys have ideas on what they want to do, and a lot of them can be, relatively
Bro,
strong, strong opinionated
at
and
home we do not care. Like no one, I don't think anyone cares what we do, like for the most part. Like we will sit there and like not even talk sometimes. Just kind of like sit there. And it's the best, too.
Yeah, it's great.
But
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, like during the summer here, I'm like, I like doing things as I said earlier in this chat,